Okay. So it's 11:55 a.m. It's November 26, 2015. This is Eyes Open Media. Yeah, so the title is Mindset Same RV Won't Help. And you guys know what the RV is. It's the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, and also maybe the revaluation of the rial and the Vietnamese dong and the rupiah and all the other stuff that are reset currencies that might happen down the road. Okay. So yeah, if your mindset is the same, meaning if you're struggling to live, if you're if you're living in poverty, if you're I guess if you have a programmed mind of the elites, like if your mind is programmed to, like, when the elites say jump and you say how high. Yeah, if you're in that type, if you believe the media, the mainstream media, even though you know that they lie and they have propagandas and all types of stuff, but you still don't care, you still believe them. Um, if you follow the world, if you that type of person, the RV's not going to help you. It's going to hurt you. And I've talked about this before, and I haven't really seen that much growth from people since the last time I talked about this. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I haven't met you guys personally, so I don't really know for sure. But the comments I'm seeing and all the messages I get from people, especially on the main channel and Facebook, and people are just grabbing the headline titles of articles and they're running with it. Okay, they're making life decisions on their investment because one article headline told them something, and they say, oh no, it will never happen now. It's not never going to happen now because this headline says right here that they have to wait till 2018, or this headline says they have to wait till 2017. Oh, it's not going to happen anymore. I'm done because of a headline. They don't even know who wrote the article. They don't even know who's even talking in the article. They don't even know that person's agenda. If it's for the raising of the value of the currency, or if it's on Maliki's side. They don't care. They just see the headline and they run with it because they're programmed incorrectly. I talked about this before. You guys remember. I think I talked more about it on the main channel, though, Currency 365, than I did this channel, though. But it's very imperative that we unprogram ourselves from that type of thinking, that type of living, because it's going to destroy you when you get all this money. Because look, right now it's destroying you, and you don't have no money. Think about that for a moment. Think about that. Your program, your mindset right now is destroying you, and you have no money. Now think about it when the revaluation happens and you have money. You can only imagine the stress, the danger, and my goodness. It could be 10 times worse than you ever imagined. Because here you're making 30,000, 40,000, 80,000 a year, and your programmed mind is keeping you in poverty. You don't know how to invest your money. You don't know how to think about money in the right way. You don't know how to do things. You're just following the world. So you're living with a lot of stress. You're living with a lot of anger and all types of things. Now, you can only imagine when you get $10 million. You can only, and this is what the lottery people go through all the time. Every lot, I think there's maybe like 2% of lottery winners that actually have been good because they probably had the right mindset already before they won. But every other lottery winner, the 98% of lottery winners, go through exactly what most of us are going to go through when the revaluation happens. You're going to get all this money, and your program wronged, and the money's just going to go out the window. It's going to bring so much pain and hurt and stress. You're going to find out who loves you, who doesn't love you. You should already know that, but you don't because you're programmed incorrectly. You know, it was funny because I had this one girl, and she would meet somebody, and because that person was nice to them right off the bat, she thought they were friends. And I just was sitting there like, what are you doing? She's like, that's my friend. No, it's not. You just met her. You just met the woman. And that's your friend. I mean, you have a mindset that because somebody is nice to you when you meet them, they become your friend. I couldn't believe that. And she would get mad at me because her mindset was different than mine. You know, when somebody comes and meets you and says hi, they're supposed to be friendly. What, people are walking around mean? That doesn't make somebody your friend or your associate or anything like that. Somebody's just saying hi to you. But this person, she didn't see it that way. She said she thought if somebody comes up to me, a female most likely, not males, but females, they're not my friends. They're not my associates. I can now go to their house. I can now hang out with them. I can now, put their number in my phone and call them and just say what's up and talk to them. I'm like, what world are you living in? Like, you can't do that. But her mind was programmed incorrectly. And it sucked because I would have to then see her be hurt by these same people that she thought were her friends. I knew they weren't her friends. Everybody else knew they weren't her friends, but she couldn't because she had a mindset that if you're nice to me when you meet me, you become my friend and my associate. But that's not how the world doesn't work like that. The world doesn't work like that at all. And she would get hurt and hurt and hurt by these people that she thought were her friends. And we know that just because somebody is nice to you up front doesn't mean that they're your friends. Okay, so it's the same thing with money. It's the same thing with life. It's the same thing with, being programmed incorrectly. If you can't control or maintain the money that you're getting now, and then you have $40 million given to you, you're not going to be able to control $40 million. Matter of fact, $40 million will probably be the worst thing you ever experienced in your life. Okay? It might make you start doing things you don't even ever thought you would ever want to do. Might make you a heavy drinker. It might make you a druggie. It might change you into a gambler and all types of stuff because you can't deal with the pressure of having that type of money. You see what I'm saying? So your mindset has to be correct when this revaluation happens, because if it's not, and you think you're going to escape this revaluation with the mindset you have now, you got something coming to you. You're gonna wish you never had this money. You're gonna wish you never were a part of this. That's exactly what's gonna happen to a lot of people. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. It's just that we got to change our mindset. You got it, and that starts by fasting and praying. I've said that in the last video that I just uploaded. That's the key of life. The key of life is fasting and praying. Why don't they teach that in church? Why don't they teach that in schools? Why don't they teach that in your homes? Why do you have to hear that from me, a stranger? Most of you guys don't even know me. And I'm telling you, the key of life is fasting and praying. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. I could be a gangster. I could be, a rapper. I used to rap. I used to do rap albums and stuff. I could tell you all types of things. But I'm telling you that the key of life is fasting and praying. And I'm not even ashamed of it because I know it's the truth. And when you tell people the truth, you don't have to be ashamed of it. Why are we ashamed of telling the truth anyways? The key of life is fasting and praying. That's the key of life. That's why they won't promote it. They don't promote the things that are key of life. Don't you see like ingredients or like things that are like the secrets of life for aging and great health? They never promote those stuff. You never see commercials for them. I wonder why. Because they don't want you to. That's why. They want to promote things that make them money and that make you sick so you can then go get prescriptions so they can make more money off of you. They promote fast foods, they promote processed foods, GMO foods, they promote things like that. They never promote black seed oil. Have you ever seen a commercial for black seed oil? Have you ever seen a commercial for any of those Chinese leaves or ingredients that can keep you alive long or can remove all types of diseases and stuff? No, you'll never see commercials for those type of things because they don't want you to live long. They don't have any. They don't have any purpose in promoting those types of things. So why would they promote fasting and praying when they know that's the most powerfulest secret in the world is fasting and praying? They're not going to promote that. But you should know that if you're a Christian, or you should know that if you're a Christ follower, you should know that if you're a believing God, you should know that fasting and praying is the key because Moses fasted and prayed. Jesus fasted and prayed. Daniel and Jacob and everybody in the Bible that was truly of God fasted and prayed, and that's where they were able to get their strength, their spiritual strength, and be able to see in the spiritual realm. And that's where their strength came from, was fasting and praying. But yet it's not promoted in the churches. It's not, the church barely fasts and pray. Nobody tells you to fast and pray. You don't even tell people to fast and pray. When somebody has a problem, you tell them to go to a doctor. You tell them to go to a lawyer. You tell them to go here and there and there. You don't tell them to fast and pray. Amazing, isn't it? That's the secret of life, is fasting and praying. But because of what the media says and what people that you look up to say, they don't talk about it. So, you don't bring it up to people. But we got to change our mindset before this revaluation comes. All right. And you start by asking God for wisdom through fasting and praying. You're not going to receive stuff like that unless just by general prayers. Those types of things need fasting and praying. Because then God knows that you're actually committed. God knows that you're actually serious about it. Fasting and praying makes God realize you're serious about things. Some of you guys didn't even realize that. When you fast and pray, God knows that you're serious because you're actually giving up your body from food. You're denying yourself from food, and you're asking God to help you or to give you wisdom or to guide you through things. So he answers a lot quicker when you fast and pray. That's why I call it the secret of life. So it's just a mindset thing. You guys have to, you got to change your mindset. You got to understand that the elites have programmed you incorrectly. And you got to unprogram yourself from that. You can't look at headlines and have some type of feelings because somebody put a headline out there. Read the whole article. Read the whole article, man. see where the article is coming from. See what company wrote the article, what their point of view is, what their political point of view is. See who's even talking in the article and what their stance is. Don't just read a headline and then feel some type of way, but you're that type of way that you're feeling is incorrect because you didn't even read the rest of the article. That's the reason why they put headlines, and that's why headlines are so important to the elites, because they understand that you guys have been programmed to read headlines and not articles. So unprogram yourself from that. When you see a headline that might make you mad or sad, tell yourself, wait a minute, why am I mad or sad about this headline? Let me read the story and let me understand where these people are coming from and what side they're on the religious and political views. That's how you unprogram yourself. When you see something on the mainstream media and they're talking about all types of things, understand that it's the mainstream media. They're supposed to make you feel some type of way. If they have an agenda to take your guns, they're going to show you violent things because they want your guns. They want you to be sensitive to people, and they want you to hate guns. So they're going to start showing you things of gun violence because they want your guns. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that as well. That's called reprogramming your mind. Stop feeling a certain way because you see something on the news. They want you to see that. They put it on the news. Okay? If you see something you don't like on the news, it's because they wanted you to see it. Because they know that it's going to make you feel a certain way. So don't give in to that. Understand that they put it out there on purpose because they know people are going to feel a certain way. And it's going to trigger a certain mindset or a certain reaction. Understand that. When I saw that black male camping out for Black Friday on Monday, and of course the news crew was up there and they're all laughing and he's all clowning around. I just looked at it like, this dude has set black people back 100 years. Look at this coon clowning around, out camping out for Black Friday on a Monday. And the news people are there laughing. They're not laughing with him, they're laughing at him. And they wanted you to see that. And they wanted me to see that. This is what we think of black people. They're out here camping out for Black Friday, 7 days ahead of Black Friday. So understand that. Understand that this is on purpose. The things that they do is calculated. They know everything they're gonna do. Okay, they know everything they're gonna put up on the news. They know every story they're gonna put up, true or false. They know all that stuff before they do it. So understand that. Understand what you're facing. Understand that you should not be programmed that way. They shouldn't tell you how high to jump, and you should be like, "Can I? Let me jump higher." Or they shouldn't tell you to jump off the bridge, and you're jumping off the bridge. Okay. They shouldn't be able to tell you to give thanks today, and you give thanks today, but you don't give thanks tomorrow. Okay? They shouldn't be able to make you cry today because you gave food to homeless people, but tomorrow you don't cry if you give food to homeless people. Come on, guys and girls. Unprogram yourself and unprogram your mind from these types of people and what they're doing to you. And actually research the things that you even celebrate. A lot of you guys are celebrating holidays and you don't even know what they mean. You know what the media told you what they mean, but you don't really know where they come from. You don't even know the origin of what you're even celebrating. Ain't that something? I can walk up to somebody, a random person, and I ask them, what's the origin of Thanksgiving? They wouldn't even be able to tell me. What's the origin of Christmas? Where did Christmas come from? They wouldn't be able to tell me. Why? Because they only care about what the media says. They're programmed incorrectly. The media said the media told you that Christmas is a holiday of joy and colors and Christmas tree and presents. They didn't tell you that Christmas was banned in America for a long time because it was pagan and evil. They won't tell you that, though. You see what I'm saying? So they won't tell you that it was banned in Boston, Massachusetts as well for a long time because it was so evil and pagan. They keep all that part out of it. They color it up and they make you believe that it's something else. They won't tell you the truth about it because they don't it's not in their agenda to tell you the truth. That's your business. That's on you to know the truth about what you celebrate. And I mean, the internet has the truth. The internet has a lot of lies, but the internet has a lot of truth as well. And you can find out the truth about every holiday, where it comes from, what goddess or pagan god it was started from. You can find out the truth about everything on the internet. You can go to scholars, Harvard libraries. You can go to all types of things and find the truth about everything, man. But people don't want to do it because they're programmed incorrectly. And the elites know that, so they take advantage of you. They understand that advertising keeps people's minds in a programmed state. Why do you think they advertise Christmas in October? They started advertising Christmas in October because they understand the power of advertising. That it keeps people's minds in bondage and in captivity. If I advertise something 1,000,000 times, you're going to start to believe it. It's true. And then when somebody comes and tells you the actual truth, you're not going to believe that. You're actually not going to believe it, but you're going to hate that person for even bringing that up. Why? Because you saw something on television or on the internet 1,000,000 times in your face. That's the power of advertising. Advertising will make you hate another religion. It will make you hate another culture. Advertising will make you hate Burger King because you're a McDonald's fan. That's the power of advertising. I remember growing up when I used to hate Burger King because they were competing with McDonald's. Where did I get that hatred from? Oh yeah, because I was watching commercials and I liked McDonald's. And I saw Burger King making fun of McDonald's on the commercials. So I hated Burger King. And Burger King is nothing but a name and a building. But that's the power of advertising. It made me hate Burger King because I was a McDonald's fan. And that's what it does to you. And that's what advertising and the media, the Hollywood movies, that's what the elites do to your mind. They make you hate people like me because people like me are not programmed that way anymore. So when I tell you stuff that is true, you hate me. Just like I used to hate those people that told me the truth. Because I was in the same position as you. Until I unprogrammed myself. It's unbelievable that somebody can write on Facebook that today the people that are from the charity groups are going to feed the homeless and the hungry, and that makes them cry. But if the people do it tomorrow, that doesn't make them cry. All because the elites said today was Thanksgiving. Ain't that something, man? That's how powerful the media is. That's how powerful the elites are. They can make you cry one day, but you won't cry the next day. They can make you believe that something is so important today, but it's not important tomorrow. That's sad, man. That's sad. That's sad that we're even brainwashed like that. Something today because of white men that are powerful, that control the world, tell you that today is Thanksgiving, that something today is more important than something tomorrow? Feeding people today is more important than feeding people tomorrow because today is Thanksgiving. I find that sad that we allow ourselves to be brainwashed like that. And I find it sad that when I talk about things like that, people get very irritated and mad. But at the same time, I used to be irritated and mad too. That's why I don't blame you. Because I used to do it too. I can't be a hypocrite. All I can do is just try to show you guys and girls the right way. Even if you like it or not. So, that's all I got to say. And if we don't change our mindsets, the revaluation doesn't help us. It actually hurts us. If you're going through problems now, and if you're going through things now, if you're following the world now, and then you get $40 million on top of that, you're going to be a complete mess. So make sure you start changing your mindset now. Understand what's going on in the world. Understand the propaganda that goes on in the world. Understand that the elites use these holidays to get money out of you, and then they fund the terrorism, and they fund chaos around the world with these holiday money so they can keep other countries to remain poor. They use your Thanksgiving money, they use your holiday money, your Christmas money, your New Year's money, all these holiday money, they use it to continue to control and keep people in poverty. Brown countries are not poor because they're stupid. Brown countries are poor because the elites keep them poor on purpose. Australia's rich. Russia's rich. Europe is rich. America's rich. Canada's rich. They're all white countries. But Africa's poor, Middle East is poor, Asians mostly poor, South America's poor. Why? Because it's on purpose. Unprogram yourself and understand the propaganda and what we're facing. Understand that, because once you receive this money, you're going to wish you never received it if you don't unprogram yourself and understand what you're facing. All right? So that's all I got. Thank you guys for listening. And I am out, eyes open to the truth. Shalom.